Game of the day. Captain Johnson versus AryaFireheart. Andy versus Drake.
Welcome back to the channel, folks. Sammy Original Guy here, aka Mr. Cannon from Advance Wars by Web, bringing you another lively game of the day. Today, folks, we are playing on Liberty Cap. This is a base light match with airport comm tower support. Multiple labs on the map here, folks, and we have Andy versus Drake in Tier 3. AryaFireheart versus Captain Johnson, two returning players to the channel, folks. I have featured games from both of these players, and I think they are both just absolutely lovely people. So, if we take a look at this map, folks, we can see that this is the base light format. We only have a base right here, and we only have a base right here, and here, and here. There are no other bases to capture on this map. We do have an airport right here, and that is about it. So this is going to automatically be the strong side, vice versa. Strong side on this side, weak side over here, weak side over here. We are going to have deployment going over here. We're going to have fighting over the comm towers, and there's probably going to be a whole lot of fighting in the center over here, and possibly some fighting over here. But you never know what's really going to happen, folks. Live League is a wild child indeed, folks. So without further ado, let's go ahead and see what went down in the Live League today. So on the first few days, folks, you all know the deal. It is the standard infantry build because we got to get the infantry on the field. It's the #1 priority in Advance Wars by Web. #2 priority in Advance Wars by Web, folks. Make sure you like and subscribe to the channel for all that hot Live League action, folks. Now, the one thing that I didn't mention earlier, because I just did a very quick review of the map here, quick little, thingamajig scribbles. That's what we did. We did quick scribbles. But we also have a pre-deployed black boat on this map, which is going to make the infantry deployments very, very interesting because they're going to be able to go pretty much everywhere. Everywhere on the map. Over here, over there, everywhere. And this is also a, what do you call that? That's a river. That's a river, folks. You can walk over that with your feet. Not with your tires, though. You can't drive over it, unfortunately. Infantry, you know, they're able to swim, but, you know, cars, they can't swim. They can't swim. I don't know why. Need more, what do you call those? Need more sea vehicles, you know? We need some of those hover cars or floaty cars. What are the floaty cars called? That's what we need. We need floaty cars in Advance by Web. Alrighty, folks, so we got the first tank over here from Captain Johnson. Big old strike on an infantry. Very effective strike indeed, although it's not going to be able to stay here long term. Unless it attacks from the forest next turn. I mean, there's a possibility that you can eat a first strike over here, especially Captain Johnson being the Andy player. You know, you are going to be able to get those heals, but AryaFireheart, a very strong player indeed. And they are going double tank down south. Double tank, I think, is a pretty good idea. Base light format, it's pretty good. It's a pretty good idea to just spam out a bunch of tanks or a bunch of units out of one of the fronts right away. You know, it's not necessarily a bad idea. Get lots of units out, but we can see here we've got 2 units from AryaFireheart down south, 1 unit up north. And that's about it so far, folks. We got 2 tanks over here from Captain Johnson. Captain Johnson about to bust out another tank, I believe. Or did we? Yeah, another tank right here. Beautiful. Triple tanks, folks. It's a triple tank kind of day. Every day is a triple tank kind of day as long as you believe hard enough, folks. Now, this is a very strong position from Arya right here. Tank coverage, tank coverage. Technically, this is tank coverage as well. This one's not so much tank coverage, but this one covers this spot right here. This one covers full. So this is a pretty secure tank right now. You know, this guy's not going to be able to go up and take any advantageous shots without having some sort of terrible recourse for those decisions. But properties are being denied up north, folks. Properties are being denied. Captain Johnson only sitting at 12,000 income to AryaFireheart's 14,000 income right now. Is there any properties that are going to be flipped here? Captain Johnson did flip this down property over here. AryaFireheart flipped this one. Ooh. Might be able to deny this income temporarily. It's going to be kind of a risky hit if we're going to be interrupting that one for sure. Captain John's definitely going to be needing some caps here pretty soon. This is going to be basically a free cap, more or less. So we'll be able to get that. Comm tower is being captured down south, folks. That artillery position, mega strong over here from AryaFireheart. You love to see solid arty plays, folks. Arties, super good in Live League, folks. Don't let anybody tell you they're not. You got to get the artillery on the field. They are mega strong indeed. Not only do they make your opponent think about their attacks, but they also blast soap and they wash away the stink, folks. That's what they're doing. That's what they're here for. Now, that south position. That south position over here from AryaFireheart, super strong. Oh my god, the classiest flipping unit in Advance Wars by Web. Classy medium tank has made its appearance. I believe, AryaFireheart, I believe she was in tournaments recently. One of Who Meet This tournaments. And I'm pretty sure she did a classy medium tank chain. I think, if I'm remembering this correctly. Classy medium tank chains, folks. Are we going to be seeing classy medium tank chain over here from AryaFireheart today? Well, probably not, because the income doesn't support it just yet. But in a few short turns, you never know what could happen, folks. This is not really a super high income map, like, in general. But, you know, things can happen. Things can definitely happen. This comm tower could be denied once again if AryaFireheart decides to go up and attack. But Mr. Johnson, Captain Johnson, he's got a whole lot of units up north. This battlecopter is going to be a pretty good deterrent for the medium tank, but AryaFireheart could simply bust out the anti-air tank combination this turn and just put a stop to that right away. Yeah, there we go, folks. We got the anti-air on the field, and that is going to put a stop to the battlecopter action. The battlecopter could swing down south, but considering that AryaFireheart has that 16,000 income, she is going to be able to bust out the anti-air out of any base and get a tank. So this is a very strong position right now, like incredibly strong. Captain Johnson, you know, Captain Johnson, he is a wild card. He is a massive wild card, folks. I've seen this guy beat some very, very high level players indeed. So you got to watch out for Captain Johnson. This guy can surprise you. He can surprise you, especially playing as Andy. Andy, my favorite CO in Advance Wars, because he is noob friendly. And I like noob friendly. I love it. The classiest unit in Advance Wars, by the way, protected by the artillery. This is how you play classy boys, folks. They like to have a lot of friends. They don't like to be by themselves, but when they have a lot of friends, they are having a great flipping time. Now, this map does actually look to be a little bit stally. It is kind of difficult to push past this position here due to the mountain region right here. So Captain Johnson, he's doing a pretty good job at keeping AryaFireheart at bay with his tank presence and the presence in the center. Arya's units are definitely split right now, but Captain Johnson needs to have a counter to the classiest unit in Advance Wars, otherwise he can't push up north, which is technically the weaker side right now for AryaFireheart, despite the fact that there's an airport and a base right there. But Arya has not gone any air units yet. Hasn't built a single battlecopter. Now, considering that she's playing as Drake, you know, might not be the greatest thing to bust out the battlecopters because they are definitely weaker than the average unit. But battlecopter is a battlecopter at the end of the day, folks. And at the end of the day, boom, battlecopters, they can get stuff done. But we can see here that there is a base that is under serious threat right now, folks. This is a seriously threatened base. Captain Johnson definitely gonna have to figure something out there, because that is a dangerous situation, folks. A very dangerous situation. Just a lone tank, can't defend the properties, might lose a comm tower. Well, technically not lose it, but AryaFireheart could get that comm tower. Now, if she gets that comm tower, that means the battlecopters are base firepower 100%, folks. At that point, yeah, I would consider busting out a couple battlecopters here and there. Strong lad right here. True, can't really can't really bring the medium tank, or I can't really bring a tank over here to block. This is one of the problems over here. Now, you could potentially bring the tank over, but it would be basically losing a tank. But curiosity has got me here. Yeah, this is a 99 to 107% roll. So unless we use a power, it's basically a guaranteed one-hit KO. So you just lose a tank and you get the comm tower interrupted anyways. So I wouldn't necessarily say that that's like a great play. But we got the classiest unit in Advanced Wars up north, folks. Classic medium tank has made an appearance. Looks like we have to base skip in order to do it, folks. But, you know, he's got to get on the field. It is the number 3 priority in Advanced Wars by Web. Maybe number 4 priority. Depends on what the priority lists are saying these days. But we got some interrupts down south. Very, very unfortunate for the old Captain Johnson, who I just noticed is actually out of time. He's out of time. He's got no time, folks. There ain't no time in Captain Johnson's reservoir here. He's down to increment 2 minutes. But AryaFireheart, 3 minutes and 30 seconds left. So, I mean, she's not really that far behind. Big old battlecopter strike right there. That's actually a lovely battlecopter strike. Basically uncontested right there. So you love to see it, folks. Looks like that's going to be a flip. And that is a flip right there, folks. There's nothing that can stop that. Well, not a flip, but that's cap. That's cap. That's a property cap. That's what I meant to say, folks. Got a property cap. That's a flip. Yep, that's a flip. That is a flip and a half, folks, because there is nothing that can stop this right here. And this is... it's a pretty good idea. Front shifting over to the middle right here, blocking the cap, making it so, you know, if there is potentially a push over here, you know, it's going to be met with the absolute cross T of tanks plus 1 extra on top. So, yeah, that's going to be a pretty devastating situation, folks. But another devastating situation is the infantry that has just been blasted to smithereens here. Unfortunately, he was not able to capture the comm tower. It was not meant to be, folks. That cap also not meant to be. This infantry, I mean, what infantry? There was no infantry, folks. It didn't even exist. That guy, I don't even know what you're talking about. But we have a comm tower about to be captured up north as well. If Arya gets that comm tower, like I'm saying, she is going to be 130% firepower on base units. And that's a lot. That is a lot, folks. I'm not going to sugarcoat it. That is a lot. Is it even more? Wait, hold on. We got 2 right here. 3. Oh, she's already 130% firepower. How many flipping comm towers are on this map? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Holy macaroni and cheese, folks. There's 6 comm towers on this map. I didn't even count how many comm towers there were. 6 in total. If she caps this comm tower, that's 140% firepower. That's ludicrous. This is such a volatile map. Holy moly. Grim would probably have a lot of fun with this map. Not even gonna lie. Grim, great time on this map. Imagine that firepower, folks. Although he'd also have a terrible time on this map because, like, you know, he would be blasted to smithereens as well. But oh my god, would he be able to do some damage, folks. But you know who else is gonna be able to do a lot of damage? Literally everybody else. Everybody's going to be able to do tons of damage. There's 3 comm towers. We got to flip another classy medium tank right here. AryaFireheart actually did an attack in order to, or base skip, or not base skip, but base blocked herself to do an attack last turn, which was absolutely wild. Crazy, crazy plays right here. It's actually like almost impossible to tap this base right here too. So this guy is not being capped. These bases are incredibly safe. Got another infantry on the field along with the classiest unit here. So. Yeah, things are looking interesting, folks. Very interesting. Very interesting indeed. I don't know. I don't know how this one's gonna go. But I'm here for the show. Alright, there we go. We got double medium tanks up north. Just full shifting. Like, these tanks. Captain Johnson might be one of the most mobile commanders in Advanced Wars, folks. He is just shifting these units like it's fog of war. But Arya has just got the defenses. Another classy medium. Oh my god, this might be the classiest. This might be one of the classiest games I've ever seen, folks. Not even gonna lie. If in the event We get absolutely no soiled abominations in this game, folks. It's going to be one of the contenders for classiest game of 2025. Boom, we got a big old shot there. Shot right there. Shot right there. Shot to the heart. And you're to blame. And gave the Artie a bad pain. That's the actual lyrics to the song, folks. Don't quote me on that. Alrighty, folks, here we go. Boom. What an absolutely massive attack right there, folks. But there is definitely a drawback to this situation because we are going to be losing some tanks out of here. And Arya can do a pretty big push. Pretty big push, folks. Pretty big push. Let's see this medium tank damage. Got some fat medium tank damage. Oh my god. This, like, what was it, 140% firepower? This 140... You know what? We need to just check something here. I honestly, I need to check something here. 100, is it 140%? Oh my god, it's flipping 140% damage. Like, look at this. Oh my god, I clicked the wrong thing. But I mean, just for the sake of looking, like, look at this. Medium on medium action would do 86% damage maximum. Like, they're one-shotting tanks left, right, and center. I mean, obviously, why would you not build the classiest unit in Advanced by Web when it's honestly the most meta thing you could possibly get on this map? 16,000 income right here. Well, yeah, just spam out the classy boys. This is what I'm talking about. Day 18 already, folks, but we have a super co-power ready to go. But is it going to be one of those situations where we save the super co-power and use it after Typhoon? Or do we use it before Typhoon? I mean, in all reality, it literally doesn't even matter, I believe, because this medium tank's just one-shot and everything anyways. So it's like, what's even the point of waiting, folks? You know, what's the point of waiting? But we're gonna wait. We're definitely gonna be waiting. So I like to see. Alright, got some blocks over here, got some caps going, and that is the end of the turn. We are out of time once again. The Typhoonery has been activated. Typhoonery, that's not safe. That is so not safe. Oh my god, he gets through, it's not safe. So much damage. And the medium tank, no. The medium tank has been trapped. Oh no, he's got no friends. He's out of friendship and he's all alone. Hyper repair, that's what I'm talking about. Just get those basic heals. You don't need anything more at this point. Save the power charge for another day, folks. And then retreat and hold back. Alright, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That is a lot of medium tanks. So many medium tanks. Arya! Slow down on the medium tanks. You know what? Actually, don't slow down on the medium tanks. Get more medium tanks on the field. This is a very threatened base. This is one of the most threatened bases of 2025 right now, folks. Oh my god, 2 of them. There's flipping 2 of them. 2 Arties, 2 medium tanks, a battlecopter, 3 HP infantry, 2 tanks, an anti-air, and a whole lot of hope. That's what we got here, folks. But is it going to be enough in order to acquire this base? That is really the question, folks. I mean, technically, the medium tank can't get a shot. These 2 Arties can get shots. Battlecopter can get a shot. I would say that there's definitely a possibility that this base falls this turn. So we shall see what actually occurs. Oh, just building an infantry. Okay, yeah, the base is definitely going to fall this turn. Yeah, this is going to be a triple base to 1 base here very, very soon over here on day 21. Yeah, and there it goes. We got the Caparino. The medium tank has been, once again, the medium tank has been trapped. It is trapped. It is so trapped. This is the sad medium tank. Poor guy. Poor little guy. Oh, man. Now it's like, what do we do? Do we attack this? Do we go for the battlecopter? These are the questions that are going to be keeping us up at night. Yeah, we go for the battlecopter. Moving right there. That's actually an interesting choice, folks, because that does sort of at least semi-eliminate the anti-air from coming up here. But, I mean, there's a medium tank right here blocking that position anyways, so Anti-air can still get in here and do an attack. So medium tank moves, anti-air moves here, and we lock the airport as well. So yeah, it's going to be a pretty rough one right there, folks. But we got some APC action over here, so you love to see the APCs. Day 22 is upon us, and there is another medium tank that has been destroyed. Very unfortunate. Ooh, going for the cap. All right, day 22 going for the cap. And yeah. Day 22, going for the cap. So it definitely, like I said, it definitely is. Ooh, hyper upgrade, super co-power. All right, let's see what we do with this one. Going for the attack. Attack, attack, attack. Going for another. Ooh, duck. Okay, all right. Not even going for the unlock on the base. All right. Bold choice, but I approve. All right, folks. All right, let's see what occurs here. We got a little bit of defenses here. This guy is definitely on the verge of being destroyed, so we are probably going to be getting that base back pretty soon, but temporarily, Captain Johnson has been in the lead with those comm towers. The 4 comm towers on Captain Johnson's side, so Captain Johnson is the big firepower man right now, but one of them is going to be flipped, so that is going to be brought back a little bit here. Playing very well, though. You know what? I'm not even going to sugarcoat it. Arya is a very good player, but Captain Johnson, he's a great player, too. And he's been doing this on increment the entire time, so time management, definitely a thing. But playing very well for the amount of time that he has. Pushes the units down. There's bottlenecking up down here, folks. So technically, Johnson is ahead right now. He's definitely ahead. He needs unproperties. That's what he's ahead in. So he needs to hold on to this lead. If he could potentially hold on to this lead for a little while, then he might be able to pull out the win, but it really just depends. It really depends. There's a lot of things that can happen in 6 days, folks. Arya bringing the units back. Day 24. No infantry are really in position to capture any properties. These guys are all injured. So day 25, day 25, 26, 27. So by day 27 is when things could be capped. So now in reality, we need to delay infantry for 2 turns. Oh, Captain Johnson. Captain Johnson. Captain Johnson. He builds the soiled abomination. The soiled abomination has made its appearance on the map, folks. Dreadful. Absolutely dreadful. That property is being capped. That's what you get. That's what you get for building the soiled abominations, folks. Put your faith in such smelly units, and all of a sudden you get your properties capped. But we do have a super co-power ready to go, folks. Oh my god. The flippin' firepower of these soiled abominations, folks. The firepower of filth. Just destroying armies left, right, and center. Oh, now Arya's medium tank has been trapped. It is day 26. Can we hold on to these properties? Ooh, it's super co-power time. Oh my god, this flippin' tank of a classy boy over here. He tanked 4 hits. That's aggro, man. That is full aggro. He held on for as long as he could, but his healers let him down. Alright, property. Getting flipped. That looks like it's a property that is going to be flipped. Let's see. We could destroy this. Could destroy this. That's it. Yeah, that's a flipped property, folks. That is a flipped property over here on day 26. We are going to be able to do a little bit of damage. The soiled abomination just spewing the filth all over the place down south. Day 27. The property is flipped. So, with the property flipped, so that's 17, 18, 19. It's 19, 19 right now. This property is also being flipped, so that's going in 2 turns. And that is it. Yep. That is it. Captain Johnson, you held out for a long time and you played like a true warrior. You play like a true warrior minus the soda abomination, but I can understand it. Just get yourself a little bit of soap and everything's going to be all good. But congratulations to AryaFireheart playing a classy game and winning a classy match. So well played indeed. Hopefully you all enjoyed that one, and if you did, consider leaving a like, comment, or subscribe to the channel, and I will see you all in the next one. Take care of yourselves, and bye-bye for now.